What's going on, YouTube? It's the sports scientist Jacob here, coming at you guys to give you guys Friday, November 29th NBA best bets for the 10 in-season tournament games that we have going on tonight. I hope everyone had a very wonderful Thanksgiving yesterday. There was a lot of good football games on, no NBA, but we got 10 games tonight in the NBA. So, jumping right into those games. Unfortunately, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get this YouTube video out to you guys sooner. I did share my plays for this first game, the New York Knicks versus the Charlotte Hornets. It started at 12 o'clock. I'm currently watching it right now as I'm recording this video, and I'll say it's probably one of the ugliest basketball games I've ever watched in my entire life. We'll see who comes out on top in this one. I'm watching airball after airball. It's 29-25, 4 minutes into the second quarter, with the Hornets winning. That is. I do have a Knicks minus 8.5 spread in this game. This total is definitely not 221.5 anymore because LaMelo Ball got ruled out of this game. It's basically Brandon Miller and a bunch of backups. So that's why the Knicks are laying double digits. We'll see if they manage to pull it back. It's now 29-27, so we'll see how that one results. I do have a Knicks minus 8.5 there. I mean, the Hornets have nobody, so I don't know why I wouldn't be laying it. I got kind of lucky. I didn't know LaMelo Ball was going to be injured. Moving on, we got the Cavaliers versus the Hawks, and I could not believe that the Cleveland Cavaliers lost to the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks have lost to the Washington Wizards. Remember, you're a bad team if you lost to the Wizards. But apparently, the Cavaliers lost to the Hawks the other night. That was disappointing. But the spread is now the Hawks catching 7, and I got the Cavs at minus 4.5. Perfect bounce back revenge narrative. Come on, they're going to want to beat the crap out of the Hawks after losing to them. I don't have a play on the total, but I think it's been bought up because the Hawks can't play defense, and there was a ton of points in the last game, so I'd probably lean to the over. Then we got the Pelicans versus the Grizzlies. Grizzlies laying 11.5. You got to keep an eye on the injury report. You never know who's playing for the hospital squad Pelicans. Ja Morant's back tonight for the Memphis Grizzlies. The total's sitting at 225. I got an over 224.5 on the game because, once again, I think the Grizzlies can put up over their team total. Might be a good look, too, like 120 points. And the Pelicans, I mean, if they can give you like 105, you could see this game going over. But I got a minus 8.5 spread with the Grizzlies. It's now up to 11.5 because I was figuring that Ja would end up playing. We got the Clippers going on the road to play the Timberwolves. Talk about how bad the Timberwolves have been this year. I bet they want to redo that Julius Randle trade. I don't know. They got to get their crap together. Honestly, you saw what Anthony Edwards was saying about them on Twitter to the media. They got to figure it out there. And I don't know if today is going to be the game to do it, and I'm not putting my money in that game. I haven't no bets in terms of the total, no bets on the side. I got some props in that game, but I'm staying away from that. We got the Magic going on the road to play the Brooklyn Nets, and the Magic are laying 7. It did open up at 4.5. However, Cam Thomas out, Brooklyn Nets. Cameron Johnson, questionable. Game time decision. I think he might be out. Dennis Schroeder, out. So the Brooklyn Nets are basically, once again, Dorian Finney-Smith, out. Claxton, out. So they're basically playing with nobody. That's why you see the total also sitting down there at 210.5. I got an under 215.5 there with the total. So I got really good CLV there because the Magic this year they're amazing at defense. And I laid 6.5 with the Magic. It's up to 7.5, I believe, so I have good CLV, but I wouldn't blame you if you're on the Nets, even with nobody, because they're the second best ATS team this season. We got the Raptors going on the road to play the Miami Heat. Heat laying 6.5. The total sitting at 221.5. I got an under 222.5. That's the only way I'm playing this game. I just don't like either team, to be honest. The Heat have not been playing well recently, and that's why I can't lay the points at the Heat, even though they're a very, very good home team. I was on them the other night when they were at home, and they barely covered. So, and that was a 3.5 point spread. So I'm not gonna lay 6.5. Then we got Detroit playing the Pacers. I still think the Pacers are kind of overrated, overvalued. They play so much better at home though. So this spread has come down. It was at 6.5, and people have bought it down. People are thinking the Pistons are going to cover it. The key thing is Cade Cunningham is back tonight for the Pistons. I don't have a play on the total. I don't know if it's still at 229. I'm going to guess that maybe I would probably play the under, to be honest. I mean, I think the Pistons are. I don't know what the Pistons' record is the under this year, but okay, people have bought it up to 230 actually. So I have no side there, but I am playing. This is interesting. I'm playing the Pistons first half spread plus 3.5. I think they can stay competitive with the Pacers for at least the first two. But I didn't want to. I think the Pacers might be able to pull away second half. So, and the Pistons have a really good first half ATS spread record. Then we got, yes, I believe the best team in the NBA, the Celtics. This game's going to be so good. On the road, they're playing the Chicago Bulls. Bulls catching 9.5. I got 8.5 with the Celtics. After I watched them absolutely annihilate the Clippers, they got Kristaps back. I think this team is scary. I think they're going to just, with the in-season tournament game, I think they're going to run it up on the Bulls, to be honest. 241. I bet that's been, it's bought up to 243.5. It would have been a good play to play the over. I would stay away from it at this point. 243.5 points. Sorry about that. Then we got the Kings going on the road to play the Trailblazers. I got Kings minus 4.5. I know DeRozan's out, but who are the Trailblazers? Like, there's no way that this is okay. Is it up? It's up to 7.5. I was gonna say there is zero chance that was gonna stay at 4.5. I got a 4.5 with the Kings, and at first the line didn't move for a while. And the total's also been bought up to 226.5. I think that's correct. Trailblazers defense has been pretty lackluster, and Fox, in DeRozan's absence, you gotta remember that he dropped 60, so he might go off tonight. And then I think this is probably the game of the night. We got OKC going on the road. They're playing the Lakers. Total 230.5. Still there. Thunder laying 1.5. It's now up to 3.5. I got the money line at minus 135. I love me the Oklahoma City Thunder buddies this year, and even with no Chet Holmgren, you've been seeing Jalen Williams and SGA on takeover, and now they got Isaiah Hartenstein for size. I think they're going to really give LA some troubles. So, first player I probably got was from this first game. I said it out on my Twitter, said it out on Discord. I like Jalen Brunson. I like him for his 31.5 points plus assists. It's currently 3 minutes left in the second quarter, and we can check how he's doing. He's currently at 10, so he's going to need to pick his stuff up because this is the ugliest basketball game. The Knicks have 36 points. They're losing 43-36, so hopefully Tom Thibodeau starts running his guys into the absolute ground, and Jalen can start hitting some shots. But he has been averaging almost 35 points plus assists over those last 10 games, and he's got a 30% usage rate because Tom Thibodeau is just running his starters out there. They were up by 20 in one game, and he was still keeping his starters in with 1 minute left in the game. This dude's a maniac. I think he cares about this in-season tournament more than some coaches, clearly. The Hornets rank bottom half in the league in defending the pick-and-roll ball handlers and 18th in free throws, so that's half of Brunson's points. And Brunson's been a really good facilitator. You can just see how many assists he's been averaging. I got this at minus 125 on DK. And right now, all the overs for the Knicks are looking like trash. So we're going to move on from that. For the Cavaliers game that we got coming on tonight, actually it's an afternoon game, 2:30. I got Clint Capella. I love this play. Under 10.5 points. They just played the other night, like I said, and he scored legit 2 points. And you got to look at like the fourth quarter rotations because that's who the coaches are seeing, putting out their most confident lineup. And like this dude doesn't even play in the fourth quarter. They're playing Okongwu in the fourth quarter. I mean, he's under this in 6 of his last 7 games for his top 12 ranked pick and roll man defenses, and he's averaging legit 7 points. They rank 3rd against roll men and top 10 in the restricted area. Scores almost 80% of his points there. Top 11 in defending transition and pushbacks. So it's going to be tough tonight for this dude to get 10 points. I remember that game, you see where he got 18 points. I was riding his under there. I've been riding his under all year against top defenses, and he's soared under. He just had one legacy game versus the Celtics. Moving on to the 5 o'clock game where we got the freaking hospital squad Pelicans and we got Ja Morant back for the Grizzlies. I still think the Grizzlies are an underrated team. Like, they're 12-7, but they've played so many games without Ja Morant, and this dude transforms this team. He's been dominant against the Pelicans head to head. Look at this. He's averaged 28 points in 8 games versus the Pelicans. That's 40 and 50. He had 40 and 50-point outings against DeJounte Murray on the Pelicans. The Pelicans are the 4th worst team in transition defense, where he scores 30% of his points, and even in limited minutes, he's still putting up a lot of points. And the Pelicans' defense is god awful. 2nd worst in the restricted area. Ja scores 43% of his points driving to the hoop. His ability to finish at the rim and get to the line, he's gonna have no trouble against this. Just I can't express how bad the Pelicans' defense is. And even if this game, like I said, we got an 11.5 point double-digit spread, doesn't matter. That's why the overs are so good for the NBA Cup games, because the starters, they're staying out there, they're playing minutes. Because point differential matters here. In his last 2 head-to-head matchups, he's gotten 42 and 38 points plus assist. So I'm also playing a 7.5 assist at plus 115. I just think for those odds, I got to take a chance on him getting 8 dimes to Pelican squad that leaks dimes to point guards. For the Clips game tonight, going on the road, like I said, they're playing the Timberwolves. Now, the Timberwolves spread's been bought up to 6. I can't believe people are investing in this team. Oh, that's ugly. Anyway, I got the beard. I got him for 7.5 assists. I mean, for the role that he's played this year, it's been transformative. He's essentially now much more of a playmaker, and we've seen that people have been riding his unders on his points for most of the year. He's averaging 9.3 assists over those last 7 games, and the Timberwolves ranked 20th in assists allowed to guards. So he should be able. He has Norman Powell back in the lineup tonight, so that's a huge scoring output that he can get assists to for the Clips. And he always does still have Zubac there down low, but I think Gobert maybe gives Zubac troubles tonight. But I can see Zubac putting up around 10 to 12 points. Now, like I said, we got this Nets game versus the Magic, and it was very, very hard. I have a single prop in this game, and it's Ben Simmons, 6.5 rebounds here at minus 110 on DK. And it's because the data is excellent. I mean, we have Cam Thomas and Dennis Schroeder out. We got Johnson, Claxton, DFS, and Wilson, all questionable. And I think now Johnson and Schroeder are fully confirmed ruled out. Simmons is going to see a ton of minutes in usage because they're down to basically like them and like G League squad. In both games without Cam Thomas this season, we can see that he grabbed 9 boards both games. Ben Simmons, he's like that point forward. Like you want to consider him a small forward, but he's basically the point guard. So you could consider him like one of the better rebounding guards, kind of like Harden, I guess. And Josh Hart. He's facing the Magic earlier this year, and with a fully healthy roster, he still grabbed 6 rebounds. So that was with Cam Thomas Schroeder. He barely played any minutes. He's going to see so many more minutes. Oh, guys, we got Brunson. He just hit a 3 just to give you guys the update. Now, even though Orlando's a tough defensive matchup, you see the total. It's sitting now, remember, at like 211.5. We're going to see a lot of rebounds. So that's my fit. I don't have a lot in this game. I just like this prop. This game, Bulls games are prop haven. That's what I call them. I call it that in my Discord. You can just bet a lot of overs in these games, and usually they're going to hit. So I got Jaylen Brown, and the data on this one is immaculate. We got him to get 4 assists. He's recorded 4 assists in 11 of his last 12 games, averaging 5 assists, so that's more than we need. He's getting 8+ potential assists. I mean, he's got Jason Tatum. Now he's got Porzingis back to get assists too. The Bulls, we know, they rank the worst. They allow the most assists in the NBA, and they play at the fastest pace. So there's just so many opportunities for scoring. Hence, we see the total at 243.5 points. In the 2 prior matchup versus the Bulls this season, he's gotten 6 and 5 assists. The Bulls struggled defensively, particularly in the paint and 3-point line. I think they allow the second. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. We got Brunson another 3. The Knicks are now they're now pulling back. They're now winning 46-45. All I'm telling you, Brown 3.5 assists, cash. Who's he gonna get assists to? I didn't bring this man up. How about Derek White? Give me him 19.5 points plus assist. And I'm tacking on the assist for the same reason. The Bulls allow the most assists to guards in the NBA. White's hit this line in 94% of games. Look at the data down here. 94% of games. It almost seems too good to be true. He's averaging 24, basically, points plus assists in games where he plays 25 minutes. The Bulls allow the most points plus assists to opposing shooting guards this season, and they allow the most three-pointers made. I'll give you guys another prop. I'm also playing his 3.5 threes at plus money. He's cleared this line in all 3 games against the Bulls dating back to last season. Like I said, we already talked about the pace, and the double-digit spread doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The Celtics are going to want to blow them out of the water. And the total, like I said, it's now at the 243.5. He should have plenty of opportunities to hit this line. Everybody's on Jakob tonight, and it's for a great reason. We're taking him over 10.5 rebounds, minus 115. I'm actually laddering him to 12 rebounds. I don't know what the odds are currently on that, but I believe it might be plus money. He's been a monster on the glass this year. We can see that he's had games where he's had upwards of 20 rebounds. He's averaged 13.5 rebounds and 23 rebound chances per game in just over 30 minutes over those last 7 games. The Heat are rebound funnels because Bam Adebayo, he cannot stretch the floor. So the centers can stay down low and be really close to the basket to grab rebounds. Like, Bam is a terrible rebounder. We saw Bam have 5 rebounds the other night. There's a tight 6.5 point spread, so he's going to play a lot of minutes, and there should be a lot of missed shots. And he's played 28 plus minutes in the last 17 games. When Scotty Barnes is in the lineup, he's even more efficient on the boards. And Scotty Barnes, he's in the lineup tonight. I actually like Scotty Barnes' rebounds plus assists. He's been really well at that too. Moving on to the Pistons game we got on at 8 o'clock tonight. I got 2 props in this game that I freaking love. I love everything about Cade Cunningham in this game. What is this line? Like, I saw this and I thought it was also too good to be true. Maybe their books are thinking that he is going to be on a minutes restriction. I don't see that. I'm pretty sure that he's fully good to go. I got this at plus 100. I know it's now not even money, but he's hit this line in every single one of his last 10 games. He's recorded at least 9 assists in every single one of these games. He's averaging a double-double. The Pacers allow the 6th most assists to point guards, and other point guards have dominated the Pacers. We got Luka had 15 assists. Brunson had 10 assists. At the beginning of the year, Brunson's been a much better passer. Beginning of the year, he wasn't. And Lillard had 13 assists. Pacers ranked 11th fastest in the league, so it's definitely going to force Detroit to play a little bit quicker, even though they're a slower paced team. Indiana allows the 3rd most points in the restricted area, which it's gonna correlate with my second prop coming up. So like Duran, I really think should be able to go off, and he's returning from injury. But like I said, it's a 5.5 point spread now, and this is really crucial for the Pistons if they want to win this stand a chance to move on in this in-season tournament. So Cade should see his normal usage tonight. And then Cade is one of those guys that once he gets hot, he really gets into the game, and he wants to honestly win the game. He's one of my favorite players to watch this year. Now, this is such a smash prop. I don't want... This guy's let us down. He's let the community down so many times this year. But the matchup is golden. It's all about matchup with Jalen Duren. I played his 10-plus points at minus 120 on FanDuel. And I played his plus 160 double-double on DraftKings. He has gotten a double-double 4 out of the last 4 matchups versus Miles Turner and the Pacers. He's averaged 13 points and 13 rebounds. Indiana, like I said, ranks the 3rd worst team at defending the restricted area, where he basically scores every single point there. They rank 26th in free throws, 27 to pick and roll man defense, and 15th to put back. That's basically literally his entire scoring. He's covered this line in all 5 games against defenses ranked in the bottom half of the league for the restricted area when he plays 25 minutes. And he's an 85% hit rate on this line this year. The problem is that he just needs to keep his hands to himself. I gave you guys a Jalen Duren prop the other night, and I'm pretty sure he missed because the dude can't keep his hands to himself. Moving on to the Kings game. I got 2 props in this Trailblazers-Kings game. The spread is now ballooned from 4.5 to 7.5. It's for a good reason. I was initially on DeMar DeRozan's PRA, but he got ruled out, and it made me jump straight to this guy, De'Aaron Fox. I'm playing his 6.5 assist at even money on Caesars. He's exceeded this line, you can see, in every single game without DeRozan, because the ball is now, his usage is through the roof. The ball is literally only in his hands. He will take the ball up the court every single possession. He's averaged 8 assists and 13 potential assists in these games. Portland ranks the 6th worst in assists allowed to point guards. And without DeRozan, like I said, his usage is 32%. That's crazy. So it's like, what percentage of baskets are resulting from him scoring or him passing? NBA Cup game. It's going to log a lot of minutes. I believe his 5.5 assists was minus 140. I'm not eating the juice. I played the plus 100. There's no reason why, if he's recorded at least 7 assists every game, that I'm not playing the even money. On the other side of the ball, other team, DeAndre Ayton came back from injury, and he came right back to his roots of rebounding. Got this in minus 115 on ESPN Bet. Him to get 11 rebounds. I don't know what his double-double is. He could definitely score the rock, too. The Kings allow the second most rebounds per game to centers in the entire NBA. Almost 14 rebounds. We've seen Zubac, 2 matchups versus him. He recorded 15 rebounds. Clint Capella, in legit, like, under 25 minutes of play, 14 rebounds. Nurkic for the Suns. He's not even a good rebounder. 11. Gobert, 11. Ayton recorded 11 rebounds earlier this year. Or in their last outing. I think he was out earlier No, it was this year that he recorded 11 rebounds. He's averaging over 11 rebounds when he plays 25 minutes. And it's an in-season tournament game. I said this every single prop. Overs are great on the in-season tournament. He's averaging 17 rebound chances, and Robert Williams, this is super crucial. I think he's already ruled out because of a concussion at the end of last game. So Ayton's usage is going to be through the roof, and now it's a 7.5 point spread. And if they want to stay competitive, he's going to need to be out on the floor because he's got to have to be the one to check with Sabonis down low. I think this might be my favorite prop of the day. I think I'm going to call it my favorite prop of the day. Isaiah Hartenstein, double-double. The data is, for the odds, it doesn't make sense. Now, sometimes this is really sneaky, right? The double-double was plus 115, but if you play the 10.10 rebound same-game parlay, which is a double-double, you can actually get plus 125 better odds. So you always want to check that when you're playing a player's double-double. Like, even if you like Trae Young, let's say, to get 10 rebounds, 10 points, 10 assists, you want to see what the odds are on that rather versus the double-double. So he's recorded a double-double in now 3 straight games. He's averaged over 15 points and almost 13 rebounds. The Lakers allow the 3rd most rebounds in the NBA and the 21st most points to centers. 10 of the last 14 opposing centers have recorded a double-double against Anthony Davis and the Lakers. They're the 5th worst team at defending the pick and roll, man. And without Chet Holmgren, that's why the Thunder got this guy. We played his rebounds plus assists the other night. Cashed. Rebounds should basically come easy versus AD. And I'm also playing, so I played his 10 points, 10 rebounds. I played his 21.5 points plus rebounds. And I also played his 13.5 rebounds plus assist. I'm expecting big things from Mr. Isaiah tonight. And moving on to the final prop that I'm going to give you guys in this video. On his same team, who's passing him the ball? We got SGA. And I got him over 5.5 assists. And this is basically a system play versus the Lakers. The Lakers allow the 8th most assists to opposing point guards this year in the NBA. And SGA has cleared this line in 5 out of his last 6 games against the Lakers. And Jalen Williams is back in the lineup tonight. I'm also playing Jalen Williams, 22.5 points. He has an amazing matchup. Like I said, I really like the Thunder tonight. I'm on a lot of their player props, obviously, and I'm on their money line. We can see that Booker had 10 assists, Jones 6 assists, Paul 11 assists, and Paul George had 6 assists. And Paul George, that was over his assist line massively because his assist line's usually around 4.5. SGA, not as much of a scoring matchup tonight for me, in my opinion. I believe Jalen Williams and Hartenstein obviously have the better matchup, but I love him facilitating tonight. And we saw that it's a legit 3.5 point spread. So if we want the Thunder to stay competitive and the Lakers to stay competitive, he's going to be out there. He this dude plays nearly the whole game, so he should be able to get us 6 assists tonight. Um, yeah, that's all I got for tonight's NBA action. I'm sorry I couldn't get this video out sooner once again. I'm going to try to post my NFL best bets tonight for the Chiefs versus the Raiders. I have a lot of good props there that I like. I hope you guys have full bellies and maybe full pockets after yesterday. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I will be back tomorrow. We have more NBA games. It's been The Scientist. I'm about to go eat some more Thanksgiving food. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.